Welcome to Farming Aid.
Have you ever looked at a chicken and thought, well, that's weird? Most people think all chickens look the same: red combs, yellow legs, and a few white feathers. But the truth is, the poultry world is full of birds so bizarre, so eye-catching, that they look like they belong in another dimension. From black-boned chickens to ones that look like walking cotton balls, today we're counting down 5 of the world's weirdest chickens you've probably never seen before. So, sit back, hit that like button, and let's meet the freakiest feathered friends on Earth. Let's start with one that looks like it walked right out of a gothic fairy tale, the Ayam Cemani. Originating from Indonesia, this chicken is often called the Lamborghini of poultry. And not just because it's rare or expensive, it's because it's sleek, jet black, and mysterious. Every part of this bird is black: its feathers, beak, tongue, legs, and even its internal organs. The blackness isn't from pigmentation like melanin, it's from a rare genetic condition called fibromelanosis, which causes extreme pigmentation of connective tissues. When sunlight hits its feathers, the effect is mesmerizing. They shimmer with hints of green and purple, almost metallic. In rural Java, people once believed the Ayam Cemani possessed mystical powers, used in rituals to bring luck or prosperity. Farmers and collectors around the world now see it as a living piece of art. The bird's ghostly silence, regal stance, and supernatural color make it one of the strangest chickens alive. Now, let's jump to a breed that seems to have been designed by a fashion stylist gone wild, the Silkie. The first time you see one, you'll probably do a double take. Instead of feathers, Silkies have soft, fluffy plumage that feels like fur. It's almost like someone crossbred a chicken with a cotton ball or a small dog. Their feathers lack the barbs that lock normal feathers together, which is why they have that fuzzy, downy appearance. And it's not just their texture that's strange. Underneath that fluff, their skin and bones are actually black, similar to the Ayam Cemani, though they're much friendlier and gentler in nature. Originating from ancient China, the Silkie was once described by explorer Marco Polo as a furry chicken. Today, they're beloved as ornamental or pet chickens. Their calm temperament makes them popular with families, and their unique look makes them one of the most photographed birds in the poultry world. Watching a Silkie waddle around with its pom-pom crest and feathered feet feels like you're watching a living stuffed animal. Then there's the chicken that looks like it just got back from a bad hair day at the salon, the Polish chicken. Known for its extravagant crest of feathers that completely covers its head, the Polish looks like it's wearing an over-the-top wig. These crests can grow so large they cover the bird's eyes, giving it a perpetually confused or surprised expression. The breed's origins are somewhat mysterious. It's believed to have come from the Netherlands, despite its name, though its ancestors may have been brought to Europe from Asia centuries ago. The crest is a genetic trait that's both beautiful and impractical. While it gives the Polish its striking, show-worthy look, it also limits their vision, making them more vulnerable to predators. Watching them walk is both hilarious and endearing. They often tilt their heads and bob around trying to get a better view of their surroundings. Despite their quirks, Polish chickens are adored for their elegance and personality. They're like the eccentric artists of the chicken world: stunning, unpredictable, and totally unforgettable. If you thought things couldn't get any stranger, meet the Frizzle chicken, a bird that seems to have been caught in a wind tunnel and never recovered. The Frizzle's feathers curl outward instead of lying flat, creating a wild, ruffled appearance that looks like it's perpetually being electrocuted. This unusual trait comes from a genetic mutation that alters the shape of the feather's shafts, and it can appear in several breeds, but those intentionally bred for the look are simply called Frizzles. Their appearance is both ridiculous and beautiful. Imagine a chicken that looks like it's been fluffed by static electricity from head to tail. Despite their comic look, Frizzles are hardy birds with friendly temperaments, often kept as show chickens. Their feathers, however, don't provide as much insulation, so they need extra care in colder climates. Watching a Frizzle strut around the yard, feathers waving in the breeze like a feathery explosion, is a sight no chicken enthusiast forgets. And finally, there's the chicken that looks like something out of a prehistoric documentary, the naked neck, often nicknamed the Tekken. When you see one for the first time, you might think it's a turkey-chicken hybrid, but it's 100% chicken. As its name suggests, the naked neck has no feathers on its neck or upper chest. This odd trait comes from a dominant gene that reduces feather coverage by nearly half. While it gives them an undeniably bizarre appearance, it's actually quite practical in hot climates. The exposed skin helps them stay cool and reduces the risk of parasites hiding in feathers. Originally from Transylvania, the naked neck gained popularity in warmer regions like Africa and South America because of its heat tolerance and efficient meat production. Despite looking like they lost a fight with a razor, these chickens are strong, easy to raise, and surprisingly good layers. Their quirky look might make some people laugh, but farmers see them as one of the most functional, weird breeds out there. When you put all these breeds side by side, the Ayam Cemani, Silkie, Polish, Frizzle, and naked neck, you start to realize just how diverse chickens can be. Each one tells a different story about human culture, nature's creativity, and the ways we've shaped animals through selective breeding. What's fascinating is how these odd traits, once considered flaws or curiosities, have become points of pride and fascination. Today, chicken enthusiasts travel across continents to find these birds, not for commercial farming, but for the love of their uniqueness. Think about it, the Ayam Cemani's jet black elegance symbolizes mystery and power. The Silkie's plush fluffiness captures the essence of gentleness and comfort. The Polish chicken stands as a symbol of eccentric beauty, a reminder that being different is often what makes something memorable. The Frizzle is the perfect example of chaotic charm, a walking celebration of imperfection. And the naked neck reminds us that practicality and peculiarity can coexist beautifully. Each of these chickens also tells a story about adaptation. In nature and breeding, weirdness often serves a purpose. The Silkie's soft plumage helps it brood chicks better. The naked neck's bare skin keeps it cool in scorching heat. The Ayam Cemani's dark pigmentation may have offered protection from tropical parasites. Even the Frizzle's curled feathers, while not ideal for warmth, might have been selected simply because people found them captivating. Over centuries, these traits became locked into the breeds, passed down through careful breeding or sheer fascination. But there's another layer to these strange chickens that goes beyond biology. They represent our relationship with domesticated life. Humans have bred animals not just for survival, but for art, curiosity, and expression. Every time a farmer kept a Silkie chick simply because it looked cute, or bred Polish chickens with larger crests for shows, they were participating in a centuries-long tradition of turning nature into living art. Chickens may be humble creatures, but they've become canvases for human creativity. And the weirdest ones, the ones that stand out the most, are proof that we value diversity even in the smallest corners of life. The Ayam Cemani in particular has transcended farming and entered legend. In Indonesia, it's sometimes used in ceremonial offerings, believed to connect the physical and spiritual worlds. Owning one was once considered a sign of power. When European breeders discovered them, they were fascinated not just by the bird's appearance, but by the story surrounding it. Even now, Ayam Cemani chicks can sell for hundreds of dollars, sometimes more, making them a luxury item among poultry collectors. It's incredible how a bird from a rural village in Java could become an international sensation, not because of its productivity, but because of its mystique. The Silkie, on the other hand, has found its fame in the opposite direction. Instead of being feared or worshipped, it's loved and pampered. People dress them up for social media, take them to petting zoos, and even keep them as indoor companions. Imagine visiting a farm filled with all 5 of these breeds. You'd see the Ayam Cemani gliding like a shadow through the yard, its feathers gleaming with a metallic sheen. Nearby, a group of Silkies would shuffle around like fluffy clouds, cooing softly. A few Polish chickens would be pecking curiously, their feathered headpieces bobbing dramatically in the wind. Then a Frizzle would strut by, looking like it just came out of a cartoon. And somewhere in the sun, a naked neck would stand tall, unbothered by the heat, proud in its bare-skinned glory. It would feel like stepping into a surreal farmyard painting, one where every chicken tells its own story of evolution, survival, and spectacle. At the end of the day, the world's weirdest chickens remind us that beauty isn't always conventional. Sometimes it's in the oddities, the black bones, the furry feathers, the bald necks, or the chaotic curls. These birds aren't just weird for the sake of being weird. They're living proof that diversity in nature is boundless and that human curiosity has pushed it even further. Whether bred for show, worship, or companionship, these chickens have earned their place as the most unforgettable birds in the poultry world. So next time you picture a chicken, don't just think of the typical barnyard hen scratching for corn. Think of the shimmering black Ayam Cemani, the fluffy Silkie, the stylish Polish, the wild Frizzle, and the fearless naked neck. They are nature's experiments and humanity's treasures, living examples of how weird can also be wonderful. If you enjoyed this journey through the strangest corners of the chicken world, make sure to like, subscribe, and comment below. Tell us which of these breeds you found the weirdest, or which one you'd actually love to raise yourself. Because in the world of farming and beyond, sometimes the strangest creatures are the ones that leave the biggest impression.